if you have been married for 10 years or more,
Okay.
then you can collect half of what your ex-spouse is getting.
Okay.
So if they're getting $4,000 a month, you can either get your own or you can get $2,000 a month. You could be married 3 times for 10 years and a day each, and each one of those ex-spouses can collect half. And no, I'm sorry to say, for a lot of people, it does not reduce the amount that your former spouse would have. So it's just something to keep in mind. Does it make sense? So that was, now we talk about survivor benefits.
Yes.
Widowed spouse. That's a different ballgame. So we already talked about that the surviving spouse will get the higher of the 2 amounts. Well, what if they haven't taken it yet? Great question, Rachel. Thank you for asking. So this is the only scenario where you can actually utilize 2 different ones. So what that means is, let's say that you can live off of what your former spouse would have gotten at 62. You can claim theirs. You can claim theirs and still allow yours to build up, and then switch to your own at 70. So you could theoretically get $2,000 a month from 62 to 70, and then at 70 you could switch and get $4,500, whatever that maximum amount is, which makes sense. Part of the problem is, when you give up Social Security, that's tough, right? If I'm not taking Social Security, and I could have gotten $3,000 a month, that's $36,000 a year that has to come from some other source.
Right.
And so we have to come up with these different formulas, these break-even formulas. And it's not just where can I get more money out of Social Security. It's also like, how much am I going to be taxed on it if I take it? And where does that money have to come from? And how much am I draining those other resources to wait for this Social Security? It's not so cut and dry. People like to think about it as like a pure math equation.
There's a lot of moving parts that go into this.
I mean, like the reality is that every real financial decision when it comes to retirement is part of a web that affects, it's like one line that will move all of the other lines. And so our goal at Fuchs Financial is to make sure that we're treating that correctly. I mean, ultimately, look, we want to help you figure out when you should take Social Security correctly, but also we want to help you figure out how we can have that be tax efficient, right? The whole idea is how much money can we take, how much money can we keep, and then, of course, where do we get the paycheck? Social Security is not going to be enough. We need to get more. What are the investments that we need to do in your account to make sure that you're continuing to get that paycheck? And then surviving a recession, estate planning, all those things come together. And that's why we have a complimentary retirement review. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to schedule a 15-minute phone call, go ahead and click the link in the description below. And we look forward to talking to you soon.